If anyone's watched Bridgerton, I currently have the hyacinth sound in my head.
Ding, 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 ding.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Diamond Heaven podcast. It's episode 2 already. How exciting is that? The first one is in the world.
Yeah, you can see everything and everything.
Oh, you can see all of the goss and joking, it's not a gossip podcast. You can see all of the fun and the weird in last week's one.
Yeah, we just went full in on that one. We didn't really hide any of our...
Yeah, the one thing we didn't
was.
do, we opened you up to our crazy, but we didn't actually share our names. So I feel like we need to do that now, because otherwise if we don't, you're going to have more crazy and still don't know who we are.
Yeah. So I'm Lissy. I do all the socials, the videos, content.
And that's my cue to talk.
Yeah.
I'm Lauren and I do all of the campaigns, I help with socials, I do a lot of video. I basically do everything. I feel like I do everything, but
yeah,
probably not. But, you know.
You cover everything.
Yeah, I do newsletters too. So if you're subscribed to our newsletter, it's probably from me.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is us. I think we're a duo that probably is gonna create a lot of crazy to your screens. So we apologise in advance.
Yeah, in advance.
But this podcast is obviously fueled by coffee. Not sponsored, but fueled by coffee.
If there is any coffee companies that want to sponsor us, we're more than happy to
sponsor us.
to get in
please.
contact. So
Please sponsor us. Look, we've got Diamond Heaven mugs and everything.
ta-da!
Sponsor us.
Yes. So this episode is going to cover things to know before you buy an engagement ring, our advice, any educational bits that we feel like you need to know before you come into store, before you start looking for engagement rings in general, and any kind of tips, tricks from our point of view as a woman. Yeah,
I do think it's really important to have some knowledge of that, honestly, because I feel like a lot of men just going into it blind. And
yeah, it's not...
I've heard quite a few
clear.
people downstairs, because our head office is above our Birmingham store, and a lot of them come in and they're just like, yeah, I just want to buy a ring.
Yeah.
Any ring.
Yeah.
And they don't even know the size, the shape, the carat weight, what metal they want.
They've got nothing. So it is completely going in blind. So we want to help you out and give you a bit more of a head start and more knowledge. So when you do come in, you're kind of knowing... Even if it's basic details about the rings, about what options are out there for you. So we're here to help.
We're here to help, yeah. So we've got like 4 main things. So what we're going to do is talk about wedding bands and how they should fit against your engagement ring, and also the importance of them fitting together. We're also going to talk about insurance, because that is also really, really important, that you insure all of your jewellery, regardless of how much or how little you have of it. I feel like it's really, really important. Budget-wise, we're talking about the 3-month budget, like 3-month rule for your budget. Like, is that a lie, or who knows? We'll chat about it. And then next up is style, which is super important, because you need to make sure it looks good and it's what she wants.
Yeah.
That's why I went in ASMR.
It's what she wants.
Yeah, you need to make sure it's 100% what she wants. So we'll give you some tips and tricks as to like what we think.
What you need to look out for.
If anyone's watched Bridgerton, I currently have the hyacinth sound in my head.
Ding, 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 ding.
If you're not following us on TikTok or Instagram, you should definitely, because
there's going to be a video out, or will be. By the time this is out, there'll be a video out.
There'll definitely be a video of us looking like absolute so
enjoy
that
for this podcast.
Yep.
So
enjoy it.
It's funny. Laugh.
All right.
The first thing we're going to talk about is wedding bands and how they should fit alongside your engagement ring. It's good to have an idea of what you're after. Like maybe try some on when you're looking at your engagement ring, see how you want it to fit, and then you have a better idea for when you come to actually buying one without going in blind.
So yeah, it is super important, because obviously you want them to fit properly. You don't want your wedding ring knocking your diamond on your engagement ring. Like, they need to sit flush against each other. So without me dropping my coffee, like you need to make sure when they're sat on your finger. I don't know why I'm giving you it.
We'll overlay a thing of this, Jo.
We'll overlay. But yeah, when they're on the finger, like they can't knock each other. They need to sit together because otherwise it's going to like knock the structure of your diamond, risk you losing it. And also like it is super important that with the wedding ring, it's the same metal and also the same sort of like if it's 18 carat, you need to make sure it's 18 carat on both engagement ring and wedding ring.
Because you can start scratching.
Yeah, it will scratch and also eventually wear down. So yeah, it is really, really important. Yeah. I think anyone in the jewellery world will definitely agree with us that definitely design, if you're designing a bespoke ring, design it with a wedding ring in mind, which I think is quite, like a lot of people don't really think about that.
Yeah, and then when they've got that bespoke ring, it's going to be so much more difficult unless you're going to then go bespoke again. You're more limited to what you're able to then look at.
We had a really nice bespoke ring actually a couple of days ago, and it was inspired by the Molly Smith one, and they designed a wedding ring to go with it. So it was like a Marquise and round wedding band, but they bought it together, so obviously they've got the idea in mind that they need to sit together, which is really cool.
Yeah. And what I learned the other day is if you're wanting to mix metals, do it intentionally, not accidentally, because if you're going to go for a platinum wedding band and your engagement ring's a white gold or a yellow gold, it's because that gold is softer metal, it's going to scratch easier. So if you're doing it with intention, make sure that you're getting your metals that will match better. Yeah.
Because obviously, yes, it is softer, it will start to wear down, so you'll find that where obviously your bands are touching, it will become really thin and often snap off because the platinum is such a harder, more durable metal. Yeah. It's obviously going to go, no, I don't like you.
Yeah.
And because obviously natural wear and tear, your rings are always spinning in a day-to-day. So definitely make sure that if you want to mix, not necessarily mix your metals, but like if you're buying an engagement ring with the idea of, oh, I don't know what she wants for her, like metal type, I'd definitely make sure you know that before going in.
Yeah. And with a white gold wedding band, if you had a yellow gold engagement ring, you can start to see that the edges of where they both meet, the white gold wedding band will start going like a champagne yellowy colour, just where they've been rubbing off, and obviously the coating on the wedding band is white gold.
So our website, we've got obviously hundreds of rings, obviously. Well, not obviously, you might not know that. We have loads of rings. We have lots and lots and lots of rings. So if you... Loads. So if you want to come in store, if you want to go online, we have this feature where you can customise your wedding band to be whatever you want. So you can change the carat weight, you can change the metal, you can change the clarity of the diamonds. There's so much on there, which is really, really cool. And also we have so many designs that I would actually suggest coming in to make sure you know exactly what you want. But if you did want to come back and go online after, we've got hundreds.
Yeah.
Hundreds in store, online, in store. More
everywhere.
To do.
There isn't something that's quite either making sense or you can't really find something that's quite your taste or your preference online. You can either get hold of us or the sales team, and they can make sure that you are either directed in the right way or can design something that's completely unique to yourself.
Our live chat's really good. So a lot of our bespoke online orders are actually through our online chat, which you're not talking to an AI robot, you're actually talking to a real person. Like we sit across the room, like in our office is opposite the people who actually do the online chat, so we know they're real people, which means your service is going to be a bit more personal. Like you're actually going to get more responses from someone, and they're actually going to give you what you want, which I think is really, really nice. And it obviously takes the stress away when you know it's actually a real person.
You don't want to be talking to a AI bot or whatever it is online. You want something that is personal, that you're trying to find. You're talking and getting the advice from someone else, and you don't want something to be repeated and you're not getting the right answers from something. So having that here, I think
it's the stigma with like the chats, to be honest, because I'm sure everyone watching probably knows the frustration of when you're on an online chat and it's just giving you automated responses, and you keep saying,
Yeah.
talk to a human, and they're like, yeah, we'll connect you with someone soon.
Yeah.
But actually, as soon as you get on there, you are going to have someone there waiting for you, which is nice.
Yeah.
Next up is insurance, which is super, super important. Regardless of how much your engagement ring cost you, I would suggest.
Yeah. You need to make sure that your jewellery or engagement ring, whatever you have purchased, is insured pretty much as soon as you leave the store, just in case it gets damaged, stolen, it breaks, anything, you are covered as soon as you leave.
Yeah, because you don't want to have like the risk of you literally leaving the shop and someone mugs you. I know that's a real like hardcore scenario.
Never happens.
Never happens, but in some scenarios it can, and it's really unfortunate because people obviously haven't insured their rings and stuff. So just it's never. Yeah, I would never want to like walk around a jewellery area knowing that I've got a bag worth of, I don't know, thousands of pounds that isn't insured.
Nothing's covered, yeah.
So yeah, we do highly suggest that. And we do actually offer our own sort of insurance with TH March, which it gives you like 60 days worth of cover. That covers you literally for holidays. It covers you obviously worldwide, but also gives you that grace period to put it on your house insurance or take out insurance just for your jewellery anyway. And I think that's really quite valuable that we offer that service.
Yeah. Obviously, if you're going away to propose, it's worldwide covered. So anywhere you go, if you're doing it in the sea, if you're doing it on a boat, if you're doing it on the beach, anywhere in a city.
I highly recommend don't be on a boat. But
But if that is your preference, it is covered. So if you do have that period where you are away and you're waiting to go away to propose, it is covered for 60 days. 60
days, yeah. Yeah, don't do a Millie Bobby Brown scenario where Bon Jovi decided to propose to her on, like, whilst they were in the sea.
Underwater.
Like, actually in the sea.
Yeah.
Underwater. He was like, will you marry me in like a goggle and a whatever it is.
And then dropped the ring.
And then drops the ring, dives straight in to try and get it. And it's like, oh my God, I've had it. That was a lucky scenario considering her wedding ring.
Please never replicate.
Please don't do that. And also, Millie Bobby Brown's ring is like thousands of pounds. Huge. Like huge. I'm like probably under exaggerating when I say thousands. It's hundreds of thousands, I'd assume, considering it's a yellow diamond with a halo and a shoulder set. Like, that's a lot. Man.
If you are going to ever do that, use a fake ring.
Yeah, just get like...
then give her the real one afterwards.
Just buy like a cheap one off Amazon or something.
Yeah.
Being like, oh, will you marry me? And
then go, ta-da, this is actually the real one.
Yeah, like when you get back, just be like, oh, joke's on you. Yeah. Here's your ring. Like, you thought I went cheap. Yeah, definitely get a dummy ring or something like that. I would highly suggest that.
Haribo.
Yeah, oh, that'd be really cute.
You know what? I would say yes to... Don't...
Oh, God.
Hang on, not going to name names. Joe, edit that bit out. Boyfriend, don't give me a Haribo ring.
What?
Please. No.
Okay.
I mean, it's cute. It would be cute.
Do you want to know what my husband did for me?
Please take out the names. We don't want to name names. Just in case.
Just in case, you know. Safety first, kids. Safety first, kids. Yeah, I'll see if I can get a photo and send it to Joe, our editor. Hi, Joe.
Hi, Joe.
But yeah, he proposed to me on a beach, which I think is really full circle because we got married on a beach too. So it's like kind of really cute. Yeah. Not kind of cute, really cute. But in the box, like the the engagement ring box, he put like a little Haribo on next to the ring as well, because he always used to joke about like leading up to obviously. I think
it would be cute.
But he did the ring as well as
I need to know that you've taken it seriously and I'm not being in pranks, because I feel like that's how I would take it. Yeah. But no, I'd just do it with a fake ring if you're doing it anywhere dangerous, and then go from there. Budget. Oh, budget.
It's a lie, guys.
It's all a lie.
It's all a lie.
They lied to you.
They're lying. When
someone says you need 3 months worth of salary saving, whatever they said, it's a myth. It's a lie.
Do not listen to them. They're lying. I feel like it needs a
You there, don't listen.
Oi, I know you in the back. You're not listening. It's a lie.
You need to make sure that you are doing it down to your own financial preference and making sure that you're not cutting yourself short, stressing about the cost of engagement rings, because it is expensive. And I don't think nowadays 3 months is enough, especially when...
It depends as well, because like I think obviously with the cost of living, I know this is a really boring topic for everyone. Everyone's sick of hearing about it, but I think the cost of living is so much higher now that I think if you were to save like hardcore, like I guess 3 months worth of saving like 5-6 years ago was probably a lot different to 3 months worth of saving now.
Yeah.
And I think as well, like you need to make sure you're saving enough money to make sure you're not like struggling every month. Like you can't just like put half of your salary away and just be like, well, I have no money.
Yeah.
Like I think you just need to like budget, actually physically budget what you need. But also like it comes with the whole thing of make sure you take her to a jewellery store so she can pick out what she wants. So then when you're looking to actually buy, you're like, right, okay, so it's about 3-4 grand or like 2-3 grand. Like, you know, okay, I need roughly this much with a little bit extra just in case.
Yeah. Taking her in, you're going to have a better idea of how much you're going to be spending or how much you're still needing to save. And especially if you're doing something super exaggerate or something for the proposal, you want to make sure that you're saving enough for that kind of plan.
If you're planning to take her away as well, like I think it needs to be more than just a 3-month thing, because like if you're going to plan to take her on holiday, you then need the money to take her on the holiday.
Yeah.
And I think if you're like using all of your money to buy the ring, you're not going to have anything left.
Yeah. I have nothing left.
And nothing left. You don't want to be eating beans on toast for a month, that's for sure.
No, you don't. And you want it to be as stress-free as you can.
Yeah.
So if you have an idea about proposing in the near future or in a year's time, just start saving, just start putting some money aside. And like you said, taking her in and getting an idea of what she's after is always beneficial, because then you have an idea of a rough estimate of how much it's going to cost you. So.
Okay, so ring style, again, really, really important, because you don't want her to be looking at her ring for the whole time you're married, being like, I don't actually enjoy this, because this is obviously like a real big commitment and everyone only wants to be married once.
Yeah, and she wears it daily. So it
needs to be... Precisely, like, you know, it's going to be on her finger for a very long time. So you want to make sure it's what she wants, because if you don't follow the inspo pics, or if let's say you took her into one of our stores and then she picked out what she wanted, so she had a vague idea of like, oh, this is what I'm going to expect, and then you proposed to her and you brought the literally complete opposite. There wasn't really any point in you going. So if you need to like keep the information that she sends you, like you need to keep
secret recording under
under the table. You need to save it, because inspo pics are really really important. Like is she giving you rings that are like super over the top, so like more of a
bigger stone,
out there, bigger stone,
more unique,
elaborate, like or is she just sending you solitaire rings? Like which one is she choosing, because she's the one who's going to be wearing it as well. And also just observe what she's wearing on like her day-to-day anyway. Like if she doesn't wear much jewellery, that usually indicates that she doesn't want to have this big elaborate diamond on her finger, and she doesn't want like a shoulder set or a trilogy or anything like that. She probably just wants a solitaire, keeping it fairly small.
So when it comes to styles, I think the most important thing that I find is the shape of the diamond. I think that's one of the biggest preferences with an engagement ring, whether they want more rounded stone or they wanted more of an elongated stone. If you haven't seen the first episode, stomp your hands. So shape's always going to be, I think, the most important thing alongside with your metal. Just knowing what her preference of the shape of diamond that she wants is probably the main thing that I would look out for. Again, you're not going to know that really unless she's got other pieces of jewellery with different diamond shapes in it, or you take her in, or looking at the inspo pics that she sends you.
So on obviously the topic of diamonds, we want to make sure that you're either getting a natural diamond or you're getting a laboratory grown. Can't say that
Laboratory.
word without sounding posh, so I do apologise. A laboratory grown diamond, because obviously the controversy at the moment with them, and also like some people are really sentimental like that. Some people really like the idea of having one that's from the ground.
Yeah,
like been,
yeah,
like I guess grown.
more unique.
Yeah.
Yeah, whereas laboratory diamonds are manufactured, so they're going to be carbon copies of each other, whereas natural diamonds are mined from the ground, so they are a lot more unique. They're never going to be the same. So obviously you then come with a bigger price range. So if you have something and there isn't as much of a preference with what you would like to go for, and you want a cheaper budget, then obviously laboratory diamonds, it is scientifically still a diamond, so you do still have that thing there. So but obviously naturals are always going to have a higher price value, and will consistently have a price value, whereas laboratory diamonds might go up and down.
At the moment, because the market is really overpopulated with them, I think because they went so crazy maybe 6-7, I guess to about a year ago, to be honest, they went so crazy that the world is just overpopulated with them at the moment, which means the price range of them is so low. Whereas with natural diamonds, they've kept their
sentimental value.
Yeah, they've kept all of their stuff, but people have obviously chosen lab grown more. So the value of natural diamonds has risen naturally, obviously, because I think the importance of them is so much higher. And GIA have obviously introduced their new sort of grading system, which without being like too over the top with it, it's kind of devalued lab grown even more.
Yeah, massively.
Because they've split it into just 2 grading systems, so a premium and a standard, and it just feels like you're being compared to premium and standard class in an airline. And the way that people like walk through, it's almost like natural diamonds are the upper, the elite, the best of the best, and then you've got the premium, which you feel kind of special with them, and then standard class is like, just get in the back now. Like it's like the shame when you're walking through a plane and like you've got the people
go through all the other classes,
people at the top, the people in the middle, and then you're at the back. Like that's how it feels. So if someone's just got a standard graded lab diamond, I feel like it almost feels a bit of like a I don't know the word, but it just feels like a bit of a
whereas before they were still graded the same as a natural would, which kind of gave them that effect, not effect, what's the word?
They kind of gave them like they were compared to as equals.
As equals.
They're obviously not equals because of the way that they're created. Like one is through the earth, the other is through a lab. So like not meaning to say naturally, but obviously like actually physically they aren't the same, so they shouldn't be graded the same. However, people are very specific with diamonds and all that sort of stuff. So I guess it is kind of like a little shove in the face, being like, you've only got a lab grown.
So your premium is where it's a D colour, VVS plus, excellent polish and symmetry for...
Symmetry?
Because symmetry did. Excellent polish and symmetry for round cut diamonds. Is that it? No. For round brilliant diamonds. And then anything below that will then fall into the standard.
Anything in the standard is an E to J colour. You've got the VS clarity, and below needs a very good polish and symmetry. And then when you're looking at the round brilliant diamonds, to be in that category, it has to be a very good cut grade. Otherwise, it's not in there. And anything that, obviously, if your round brilliant is a good cut grade, doesn't get a certificate at all.
And then if they don't fall in those 2 categories, they're not graded.
Yep.
They're worth nothing.
So basically, even if you've got a lovely round brilliant diamond and it's got a good cut grade, and then the rest of it is like, should be part of the premium, still doesn't get it.
No, everything's got to be to the set standard.
Yeah. which is crazy because that's obviously devalued them even more. However, that's just how it is, I think.
Which I get, because if they're manufactured, they should always be that perfect
Obviously,
grade.
like-
So I get that it has that element to it, but it's completely downgraded everything else.
I think because you can make them so easily, it's ridiculous if they are below any of that.
Yeah.
And I think, I think it'd be stupid if they don't.
Yeah, whereas natural, you have the imperfections because it's naturally grown. So it makes sense to keep that as it is.
Right, guys, we're back. Crazier than ever. We've just decided to come back. We've finished and we're coming back. This is somewhere, possibly at the end. I haven't got a clue how it's going to be thrown in there, but we just wanted to tell you something really exciting. We're in Southampton.
That's it, bye.
Thanks. That's all we wanted to say. No, joking. We are in Southampton, so it's really exciting times for us. We're going big places this year.
Yeah, many places that we'll keep updating you on. But Southampton was our first recent one, and it has been open a week.
A week.
Now.
Well, probably more than that actually. By this time this goes up, it's probably been open like a month.
Yeah.
I want to say. So if you haven't actually, if you didn't know that, well, now you know.
If you're in Southampton, come visit us.
Yeah, if you want some history about the Titanic, you know where to go.
Don't come to us for that information.
But if you want a
museum somewhere.
If you want to visit a museum that talks about it, Southampton is the place.
Yeah.
Therefore, you can go buy your jewellery.
Watch out for our next updates on new stores opening soon. We have another,
Like six.
Six.
We have quite a lot pending.
There might be one opening near you.
Yeah, literally, nearly, possibly,
You might have to
probably.
walk to it.
With
Come for diamonds every day.
Yeah, you could. That would be cool. But yeah, we'll leave the link to our store page down below, so you'll be able to check out all of our stores. And yeah, I feel like that's all we needed to say.
Bash.
Welcome to Southampton. We're really excited to be here, and see you next time. So you've got to this point in the podcast, which, I mean, clearly means you're enjoying it. So why don't you subscribe down below, give this podcast a like, and also follow us on Spotify. That is all for today's episode. I feel like we've really deep dived into all the things you need to know before buying an engagement ring. And they are all very, very important. So please listen, please take notes. Or if you're a woman watching this, please send this to your partner for future reference. And I feel like you need to do that for your...
Yeah.
Just saying.
You know it's coming your way.
If you're watching. But yeah, they're all really important points. And I do think there's a lot of value in every single one of them.
Yeah, and it just makes it a lot easier for you when you come to actually buying your ring. If you already know these kind of steps and processes that you need to follow, then it just makes the whole process a lot easier and you can find the perfect ring. We hope that you enjoyed this episode of the Diamond Heaven podcast. If there's anything that you want us to cover or any topics that you want us to talk about, please leave them in the comments below.
If you want to listen on the go rather than watching us, you should follow us on Spotify because we're also there too. Bye.
Toodles.